I am the lord of the land here, if you will, per se.
Oh. Ew.
I do everything for you. I give you all my money. I treat you like a queen.
Calm down.
Why won't you let me kiss you?
Wow, Bitcoin is currently testing the bottom of this ascending triangle that we've been in since the beginning of May 2020. Will Bitcoin retain support here, or will we be going much lower? As well, so far 3 weekly candles. Is this trend reversing, and will we be getting a pullback, or is this all just a massive fake out before a mega breakout? Bitcoin is currently below yet again the 2.5-year resistance and the 7-year support line as well. Wow, yet again Bitcoin finds itself testing for support right around that 9,200 US dollar level that it's been holding above for about exactly 2 months now. Wow, and after stalling out of this falling wedge breakout around 9,700 US dollars, the huge level of resistance on these weekly and higher time frame charts, Bitcoin is currently pulling back right about to this area here. Could we see a bounce and a continuation here, or in fact will we re-enter this falling wedge and plummet much lower? Let's get slurping. Wow, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another especially Wednesday episode. We have a lot to get into, as after stalling all day yesterday, we are getting now a pullback, but we have not broken any key levels just yet, and we want to show you exactly what would happen, where Bitcoin's price would go if we did break those levels. And relating to yesterday's video, I'm going to be expanding on my approach if we in fact do get this, you guys, because as I've been saying for months, my ultimate scenario would be yet another significant pullback. That's exactly what I want. However, just because we're getting a small pullback right now doesn't mean we're going to be going to the levels that I think a lot of people would just scoop on right up. Wow, so we got a lot of TA to get into today, guys. And as well, if you want to enter for these ledgers, make sure to hit that comment, the ding, the subscribes, turn on the buttons, and we can just jump into this webisode. Wow, so no surprise here, yet again another rejection at the 9,700 USD level here on Bitstamp. Will this be cemented as the third red weekly candle, or will we get a recovery here? Clearly, you guys can see the momentum of the past few weeks was very much up and up and up, but serious resistance around 97. Now, could we be curving down to hit some of our targets, or in fact, is this just another fake out before we actually break potentially this much shorter time frame, but now almost 2-month ascending triangle? Okay, this pattern could have a lot of juice if it actually is confirmed as a breakout. A 2-month pattern is very strong on these weekly charts. So currently, you can see here on the hourly chart, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hourly closes. If you zoom in, you can see them there. And then we have multiple closes basically right about here. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4 right about here. One more touch here. And it looks as though we have one from a few hours ago and then about 2 recently here. So this lower trend line is definitely being tested a lot. And this goes back to basically the very beginning of May, like the last day of April. So this is a pretty significant size pattern. And also we have the 2.5-year resistance slicing right through here. Over the past few days, I don't think it's been playing like a huge role in terms of this pattern. Specifically right now, I think the market is much more interested to see if this support holds. Okay, so right here around 92.50 is where it currently is. Small bounces, I'm filming that. But as well, guys, this is actually almost, again, these lines are pretty subjective. So, I mean, if you move this up just a little bit, this would touch here. So if we got a strong bounce right about this level, this actually could confirm that we're actually going to get a falling wedge breakout. This is a much smaller pattern compared to this 2-month almost ascending triangle we have here on this chart. So again, we haven't broken anything key at all yet. Now we could be seeing a dump, and we're going to get into more charts showing that, but specifically, especially on these 2 time frames, these are perfectly healthy consolidation patterns, especially here after we found a lot of resistance around 97, which is right about here on the weekly chart. Okay, really hard area to break right here. And as well, just testing the bottom of this yet again. Now we've been actually at the bottom half of this ascending triangle for about 2 weeks now. So again, we could be heading down here, but we did have a little bit of a push just yesterday where we got rejected, not even at the top just yet. And also, even though ascending triangles break up about 70% of the time, doesn't have to. It could break down, okay? It could easily break down as well. So trading wise, a strong break below this level, which is around like the $9,200 level, could confirm that we're going down here. A strong bounce at 92 though, and this is what's most important. If we go to this daily chart here on Bittrex, 9,200 has been concrete, especially the last 2 weeks, but also going back the last 2 months as well. We've gotten strong bounces there, and we've not gotten a daily close below 9,200 in over 2 weeks. The last time we had a daily close below 9,200 US dollars was back like the last week of May. So pretty much an entire month that we haven't had a daily close below the $9,200 level. Now this is kind of a BART pattern as well. We had a daily right here, pumped all the way to 97. Just a small candle here yesterday where we did nothing but trade sideways. And then today, so far, we've gone completely down back to the levels we were 2 days ago. Okay, so you see kind of a BART here where it's just up and then back down to the exact level before it pumped. So, I mean, these levels still stand. We've been talking about these levels for weeks now just because the price has really been in the same exact range. Bulls are weak, bears are weak. 9,200 is just, still the area that we're looking for here. And specifically 89 and 88 would be the level to break right about here on the chart, which is about 88.62-ish. If we break that level, then I think we could be going down to the low 8,000s. But until then, we're not going to do anything. We haven't broken 92, let alone like the 89, $8,800 level. And on this chart as well, we're below some key supports now, especially over the last 7 years, and then also below the 2.5-year resistance we were kind of trading above, but now we're below that. We're currently finding support kind of like right on this line here, and you can see the BART pattern as well on this chart. Okay, just straight up and then basically straight back down to the same level. And again, on these higher time frames, we haven't had any sort of a breakout. We still see smaller and smaller volume. Okay, we see it consolidating here, really beginning at the beginning of May, which is this pattern that we've been in, which is literally just this ascending triangle. So again, we're still possibly in a very bullish setup, but it all depends on if we can actually hold these levels, which we keep coming back to. Currently, we need to hold about 92.50. Get a daily close there, I think would be really good as well. If we switch to, this is the 1 hour, if we switch it to the daily chart, you can see here, for the most part, again, doesn't look too bad. Still setting higher lows. Okay, so this pattern is still in play. And the good news is this pattern is actually going to end soon. So roughly these patterns break kind of towards, not the apex, which is right here. So around this area, I think it's like 70 to 80% of an apex, which is currently like right around this area, which gives us less than a week before we'll most likely, in my opinion, see a break out of this, where we'll actually see volume come in here. And that's when we could actually see a breakout. Again, breakouts can be up or down, so that's what's key to note there. If you're trading it, it doesn't matter if it breaks up or down. You can make money either way. But specifically, yeah, on this chart, it'll be very interesting to see if we're just going to get a massive breakout of this ascending triangle right here and push us above 10.5K potentially for the last time ever, or if we're going to complete this inverse head and shoulders, which I personally would like to see more. I think another month of maybe like another push down here is kind of more what I want to see, but I just don't know if we're going to get it. I mean, we've been testing this for a while, so this support, I mean, it's really being tested here, and now we're below the daily 21 and 50-day moving average again. So wow, should be interesting to see. We need to wait to get a confirmation if we actually break out of this ascending triangle here on this Coinbase chart here. Huge wow, guys. So make sure to leave your comments for this ledger. And as well, guys, if you're interested, so many of you have been joining as well, the crypto.com app. You can get about over 40 different cryptos on there, guys. I've been having great times with it. I'm in the US. I've heard that some people outside of the US have been having some issues with it because of their banks in other countries. I'm really not familiar with how, a bank in a certain European country would work in terms of, blocking a crypto transaction or something like that. I've never lived in Europe, but we've been hearing a lot of great things about it. And if you want to use the referral link where you and I both get 50 free MCO when you stake there, all you have to do is use the link in the comment or the description. Wow. And in terms of my investing strategy right now, guys, I mean, it's basically covered in yesterday's video. Like I said, I would really love to see one more significant dip, but I really don't know if we're going to get that. We would need to shatter 8,900 US dollars, and we haven't even been able to break 9,200 for weeks. So it'll be very interesting to see that if we're going to get that shift in momentum on the weekly chart downwards, or if this is just going to be a bounce, because either way, we're setting up on a very bullish ascending triangle on the daily chart, and as well on the longer time frames like the weekly, you see a very, very, very nice potential inverse head and shoulder, with the last one that would need to perform would be that right shoulder, which very bullish, and ascending triangle is usually much more bullish than it is bearish as well. 70% of the time it's bullish. Okay, so a lot of things going on right now. One of them, we would see a breakout going bullish within a week, and one of them we would see a very, I think personally, bigger breakout bullish, breaking 14 and 15K concretely, but that would take about a month and a half, 2 months to complete the rest of this potential huge inverse head and shoulders. So thanks so much for joining, and as well, this will be one of our last videos selling T4 V3 before we update to T4 V4 with a small price increase. So all you have to do is check out the description below or the comments, and yeah, we'll see you in the next webisode.
The bear supply the